Richard Schreck, and this is just my opinion. I came up recently with a way of explaining what I believe to be the goal of science. I believe that the goal of science is to be able to explain anything in the real world with math, and only math. This is why many people are attracted to the field of science known as physics, because physics works on an incredibly small scale. And at the smallest scale you have, things get simpler. So by taking fundamental objects and predicting exactly what they'll do, you can come up with a general set of rules that apply to everything bigger. So if you have something that can't be divided into anything smaller, like current theory is that electrons cannot be divided into, half of an electron. The idea is that electrons, while they're particles, or they can be treated as particles, are the smallest piece of electron that there is, and that they can be cut no further. So if we have a complete set of the smallest things, that's pretty much all they are, the smallest things in the universe, and we know exactly how they play with each other, and we know all of them, then we can do the math to figure out how everything works. Basically, think of it like this. If you want to understand a computer or something mechanical, yet there's no one around to tell you how it works, what do? Well, if you're like me, you take it apart, look at the parts, try and figure out how the individual parts work together, and then put it back together. And science is applying that method to the entire universe, trying to take things apart, find the smallest possible parts we can, and then figure out how they work, and ultimately to put them back together. And this is the field of engineering. Engineering is applying this knowledge that we've gained from science. Science is the method of gaining this knowledge. And we're pretty close. We have a lot of information about how the world works. I think eventually we'll have a fairly accurate way of determining what everything is going to do. So basically, what is a useful application for this? This is a question you might be asking. Say you're a car designer, an automotive engineer, and you're coming up with a problem. You can't decide on how thick of an undercarriage your car needs, or some other variable that goes into the design of a car. What you do is one of two things, one of two methods. Either you can guess and check, whereas you come up with a frame design that seems to make sense to you, and then you build it, and you test how it works, and determine, or based on the test, you determine whether it's worth keeping, whether it's a good design. And so that's one method of designing. And now the other method is purely math, purely taking the principles that govern how say, aluminum, how it works, and doing all the math, figuring out, okay, well, if weight is applied here, will it break? If weight is applied here, will it break? If heat is applied there, will it break? If vibration is applied there, will it break? Will it do its job to the fullest extent? And to a great degree, already, how things are going to function like that can, in fact, be determined based off of principles that have been discovered by science. But now, what is the ultimate goal of science? The ultimate goal of science is to find the most fundamental principles and the smallest parts of the universe in order to explain predict, design anything based purely on math. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.